Hey guys, it's Nikki. So I told you that I had some bonus audio that we took in the car on the way to the airport. Charlene was driving Kristine, Kevin, and I to the airport, and we decided to do an impromptu recording session to talk about the previous night when we went to go see Joe's Hollywood Nights. A lot of the stuff we talk about is stuff that we already covered in the podcast episode that you guys listened to on Monday, but there is a lot of extra stuff too. So I thought you would like it. You guys were asking for some extra content here and there, and I thought this would be kind of neat to listen to Kristine and Charlene's perspectives, and I hope that you enjoy it. So here it is. So we just went to Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes.
It was amazing. I'm really sad Brooke's not here, but
You're here in spirit, Brooke.
yes.
Next time, for sure.
Right. And we were just talking about LA Podfest. So maybe then.
Yeah, if it's happening, we can all reunite.
Yeah, it'll be kind of crazy, but I don't know. Flights seem like cheap to come to LA, so we can make it happen. Do a one-day trip like we did right now.
No, it's 3 days.
Oh, that's right, 3 days. Yeah, that's true.
As long as it's not the same time as the cruise, right?
Right, exactly.
I'll see if I can hit up Graham. Like, yo, you got any dates?
Yeah. So does he usually do the stuff?
He's one of the planners, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Him and Chris Mancini from the Comedy Film Nerds, they're the ones that run it with Dave Anthony, another stand-up. I think his name is Dave Anthony. Anyway.
It's just a really cool, place that we can also meet the podcasters that we've been talking to.
Yeah, because everybody walks around.
Yeah. And it was at the Roosevelt?
No, it was at the Biltmore, which is this
Biltmore,
big,
yes.
huge,
Yes.
haunted hotel in downtown LA.
Right, because I was like, are you sure it was the Roosevelt?
They're both old hotels.
And they're both
Yes.
haunted.
Yes,
So
totally.
So we had an amazing time last night, and Charlene's been driving us all around. It's been amazing.
I'm your tour guide.
We appreciate it.
I love taking people around.
Not only did we get to see Joe, but we also got to see...
Danny Trejo.
Yes.
Machete.
It was crazy. It was insane. And we almost didn't go because we were like, oh, there's only an hour. So...
Yeah, it's only open for an hour. I was like, well, it is an hour. And you guys wanted drinks, so it's like, well, they have drinks and food.
It was amazing.
And then he just walked right in his little suit and his little hat.
What did he say, Kevin? He said...
He came over and he said, everybody quick, 1, 2, 3, yell surprise and start singing happy birthday.
To his woman.
It wasn't her birthday.
We're like, is your birthday? She's like, no.
So, Kristine,
Yeah.
tell me about your thoughts right now.
My thoughts.
Yeah.
Now that
how are you
you're
feeling?
a day past your second Joe meeting.
Yes.
Well, I'm good because the second time was a little easier than the first time.
Yeah.
Because the first time my mind went to mush and I didn't introduce myself.
Yep.
I kept my shit together,
I'm so proud of you.
but I didn't talk a lot. And this time I walked up with my awesome Joe shirt that I made.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yes.
We have pictures.
Yeah, and he liked it, and I was able to say my name this time. So, all in all, it was a big success.
I'm very proud of you.
Now, for the first one, I've said this to the moderators, but watching Kristine meet Joe the first time, she totally played it cool.
Very proud of you there,
Did
too.
a good job. Looked like a human. Didn't freak out. Didn't fangirl to his face. 100% good job.
Yeah, it really was a success, too,
Yeah.
for a first-time meet.
It's when he looks at you with those eyes, those blue eyes, and he's looking at you and talking to
And
you.
I was done. I was done. That's where the brain just kind of shut down.
Finished.
Yeah. But this time I was able to look at him and speak.
Yeah. See, you got to talk to Joe, and Nikki got to talk to Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki, let's talk about that. How are you feeling?
Yeah, what is your feelings now that it's been the next day after having conversed with Joe McIntyre while he was on stage?
It still doesn't feel real, number one. Number two, I need to figure out what the whole Pepperidge Farm thing is. Because I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, I know what he was talking about, Pepperidge Farm remembers. But, I just thought it was funny. And it would have never happened if Charlene didn't have balls of steel. Because I was so geeked out when she was going up. I was like, should I look? I don't want to jinx it. So I should look down. I don't want to jinx this. And she's up there, and I'm like, I have my fingers crossed, and I'm like, oh no, they're not going to let her put it up there. I was like, I don't know, Charlene's going to get up there. And not only did you get up there, but you're like, hey, Joe.
Here's a present. Well, that birthday girl, Sharon, she was, when I was waiting, because I was waiting for a lull. Yes. I didn't want to like blah, 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 while they were talking to each other. So I was waiting for a lull, and then that was going to make my move. And so while I was waiting, she asked, is that my so-called whatever present? And I said, it is. It is for my so-called whatever.
No way.
Yeah, so I don't know how she knew that.
Well, I think we had mentioned that we might try to get, I don't know, on the podcast, did we mention some? Maybe.
You had to have.
I had to have.
People to know.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, it is. And so that's when I was just waiting for the lull, and then he stopped, and I went, hey, Joe, there's a present for you. He's like, okay, break time is in a minute.
And then I was like, oh, no.
Well, I think it's okay. As long as you're not like crazy drunk girl acting a fool and interrupting him, I think it's okay.
Did you guys have anybody like that in the show you went to?
No.
I wouldn't dare. You know what I mean? I wouldn't, like, if he was like, okay, whatever, I'd be like, all right, bye. No.
Taking the hint.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was just so down to earth, and I was super impressed with the songs that he sang.
He sounded amazing.
Yes.
His voice was amazing.
And even Kevin enjoyed the band.
That was a good band. It's a really good
Great band.
Amazing band.
Yes. I did ask Kevin, I said, hey, Kevin, what do you think about Joey McIntyre's show? And he said, he was a little like, over the top.
But then
not in a bad way. He goes, not in a bad way. And I was like,
that's what you all want.
Yes.
We want it. We want it, and we got it.
He gives it to you.
Sure
Give me love. Give me all love.
And take all my money. Take it all. Take all of Kevin's money, too.
But I think, and then another thing, too, is after the Joe show, after Kristine met Joe, after we go sit and meet Danny Trejo and have some food, I think it was really nice that we were all just sitting there, me, you, Jenny's friend Patty, Mandy, just hanging out in person, having just like great time, all of us together in the same place, not on the internet.
And it's so weird. It's not weird. It's cool because I felt no weirdness. Ever.
No.
And I always do. You know, like when you meet somebody for the first time, even like at work when I was meeting people for the first time and I'd been working with them, I felt kind of like, you know, I did not feel that way at all. I felt like we've known each other since first grade. Mm-hmm. We've been all friends since first grade, and we know everything about each other. Yeah, because we pretty much do.
Pretty much. But even Jenny said too. She's like, I feel like I've known you guys for so long. And when did you? Because she was only on the podcast in December.
January.
Oh, the first one in January, right?
Yeah.
And so when did you actually find her? In November? Or
we
December?
found her in November. Well, it might have been December. We had been looking for her since the end of October.
Okay. But still, that's pretty fast to find someone that you're just like, I wonder what happened to.
Yeah. Actually, no. We were trying to find her since like September. I keep forgetting. I always think that the podcast started in like September, but it actually started in July.
Yeah.
So it was around like September that we started to try to find her, and I'm so glad we did, because it's more than that. Yeah. Like, it's become this friendship that like I never would have had otherwise. Yeah. And we never, you know, all of us getting together. So it's pretty great.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. And I appreciate you taking us all around, Charlene. She got a ticket.
Yeah. For the parking 1 hour, no parking anytime, double sign, whatever. But Hollywood does this when they get suck it.
That was ridiculous. Oh, gotta open my soda here.
Yeah, now we're gonna go to In-N-Out to have a California In-N-Out.
Never had In-N-Out. It is the one thing that I was told I need to have before I leave California.
And there's one by LAX, so it'll be fine.
Very excited.
But yeah, it was such a good, and everyone had such a good time. Like, everybody was so happy and helping each other. Like, oh, do you have a charger? My phone's dying. Here you go, I got you.
Right. And this girl was going past me to get back to her seat, And so I was like, oh, here. And she was like, thank you so much. And I was like...
For not being a jerk.
I would never block. The only time I was kind of weird was when there was a gentleman who was trying to get through, and he was like kind of peering over my shoulder, and I didn't know if he was trying to talk to me
little
or...
Little creepy.
But, he had a seat up in the VIP section, so I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, can I help you? But he didn't hear me, so.
But it was so good.
Yes.
I love all of the George Michael he did.
George Michael is my favorite part.
He did Freedom.
I love Freedom 90.
And, man.
I love that song so much.
And he did Elvis.
First time ever. Hound Dog.
I was like, what is happening right now?
Standing on a stool.
When he jumped up on that... Oh, what are you talking about? That was insane. Insane. So, what was your favorite moment, Kristine?
When he was sitting on the stool right in front of me, looking into my eyes.
Oh, hey.
Yes!
While singing I Love You Came Too Late. That was the moment.
I do have to say I'm really glad that he didn't sing Stay the Same.
Yeah.
I thought he might.
Really?
Because when he said he was changing up the
right,
the
and then when
song.
he started to say like a song that makes I was thinking, oh God. Oh God.
Although his kid probably singing his own song, probably like, whatever, Dad.
Yeah. But it's such a great song, it's such a...
The only reason I didn't think that he would sing it was because it's such a slow song.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it would fit in his set. Because it is such a slow
true,
song.
yeah. So, what about you, Charlene? What was your favorite moment?
Because I'm terrible. My favorite moment was him singing Father Figure when he says warm and naked. Over and over again. Like, that's my favorite part. This is my favorite George Michael song now.
Oh, man.
But no, I was telling Kevin, Bruno Mars is really popular. Everybody loves him. He's a great performer. Yeah. But I'm not so crazy about him. Like, I don't have any of his music on my phone or anything. He's fine, which might be sacrilege because I know some of my favorite people are, like, obsessed with him.
Jackie loves Bruno Mars.
Right?
She likes her some Bruno Mars.
Well, Joe singing Uptown Funk. Now I love that song.
See?
Love that song. It's the best song ever. Thank you, Joe. I wonder if
Birdie also appreciates that song.
Uptown. I mean, it is a good song. I do like Mark Ronson. I like it, but I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Joe sings it. I'm like, yay.
Yeah. Seriously, Joe could make me a fan of any song, really, if he sang it.
Agreed.
And I'm trying to think of one right now that, like, I absolutely despise.
What about the Macarena?
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Well, him singing it might be funny.
It might, yeah.
Would he be doing the moves along with it?
Of course he would.
Probably anything Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the
I would
Blowfish.
probably I would still like it if Joe sang it and put his own twist on it. Sure.
You'd be like, what
I'd
song
listen.
is this?
I wouldn't turn away.
I'm trying to think of anything where I'm like, nope. I don't know.
So here's a question. No, I lost it. So never mind.
Edit.
But his voice was so strong.
Yeah.
Man, he could wail.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
It's not Broadway.
Oh, so good.
Doing shows, getting ready for cabaret.
I'm not going to Alaska.
I'm
No.
not going to Alaska either.
I bet it's going to be an amazing show, though, now that I know what it is, because I watched it.
I hope he has a great run. I hope it's a lot of fun. But I'm not going to Alaska.
I haven't heard of anybody going yet. I've heard people say, oh, I've checked airfare. And that's it.
No one's like, I'm there. Well, I don't even know. Are they selling tickets yet?
Yes, because
Okay.
I did see one person that's going, but she lives in Anchorage.
Okay.
So it's perfect for her.
It's perfect, because she probably doesn't get to go to a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing probably goes to Alaska.
No, nothing does.
Polar bears.
Yeah.
And snow.
Yeah. Lots of snowmobiles.
Yeah. So, yeah, we ate at Wahlburgers.
Mm-hmm.
We ran into some of the ladies in the group.
Yes.
Tried the ultimate burger, which was pretty tasty.
It was really good.
pretty tasty. And then we didn't go to the New Kids Hollywood store till today.
Right, and we met Jenny.
Again. And Patty.
Yes.
Took some photos with the star, because of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then got lost in a crazy souvenir superstore.
Yes.
Which was so big, Kristine didn't end up buying anything.
No, it was too overwhelming.
Elvis has been following us around.
Yeah.
Elvis has been following
today
us around.
He was at the Roosevelt.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there he was. And then he was in the souvenir store with a Cadillac. Yes. Which was amazing.
And all of his merch.
And then Charlene found magnets for me, which I purchased.
Of Elvis.
Yes. And it had, I'm going to say this wrong, I can't remember if it's 67 or 66 special Elvis, which that's my favorite Elvis, and I probably should know what year it was.
The black leather Elvis.
It's the all leather. I can remember my dad saying, man, I bet that was uncomfortable.
Yeah. I bet too warm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So now I'm driving them back to LAX.
Yeah.
To have some in and out and get on a plane to Coldsville.
Yes.
I'm medium Coldsville.
Yeah, it's not, you don't have any snow right now, do you, in Oregon?
Oh, no. We don't get snow in April in Oregon.
Yeah, we're snowing tomorrow. So we're enjoying the weather.
We're going to be 60s tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And Brooke and I are going to record tomorrow.
Hey.
And I think we're going to do a block party episode.
Okay.
So we might switch it up and give you 2. Or we might do half block party, half 80s, 90s. I don't know. We had 80s, 90s planned, but I think there's a lot to discuss. So, because on the plane, I'm going to take some notes. And then I'm going to be texting you guys.
Like, what's the big announcement? What's the big 10-year announcement?
Yes.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned to what?
Yes, and I haven't watched that video yet.
It's good.
I need to watch it.
I literally smiled the whole time.
You should watch it right before you do your recording.
Hey, that's a good idea. That is a great idea.
So it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Are we gonna? Well, we're starting putting up some of the videos and pictures in the group of the Joe show.
Yes. Yes, and Mandy sent me all her pictures.
They're so good.
Yes.
She was the one. She was the name rememberer.
Yes, because she found Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross. I couldn't believe it.
She's like, that's Diana Roth, not to be confused. And I was like, where? And she was pointing, but I didn't know she was pointing. So I just started yelling, Diana.
Because I was like, wait a second, do I keep going up to people going, Diana Roth, not to be confused with Diana Ross?
And then she got up, she's like, what? Like, this is Nikki.
I was so excited.
She was super nice.
And like, I have to say that I am usually so awkward meeting people, but because of your like energy and charisma, like I felt none of that yesterday. None of it. I didn't get anxious. I didn't anything. I was just like, hey, what's up?
You're lucky to have
and
her in line with
people. What'd you say?
I said you're lucky to have her in line with you.
Oh, Kristine was over on the other wall.
I'm awkward too around people that I don't know.
Yeah.
And so Charlene walks up and now I had conversation.
There you go.
Well, here's the thing. Since I work retail, I don't like talking to strangers. Ever. If I go to the DMV, I just sit there. If I'm waiting at a doctor's office, I just sit there. I don't talk to people. I get paid to talk to strangers. I don't talk to people. Unless it's like at a New Kids show or just I'm like, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Yeah, because it's common interest stuff. Like DMV, that's not common interest. No. We're not interested in being at the DMV.
Oh, how's your day going? I don't care. I'm never going to see you again.
No.
But like, oh, you're here for Joe? Where did you fly from?
Right.
What is it like over there?
How many times have you met him?
Yeah. But yeah, so and it's really funny because when it's my day off, I don't like talking to people so much. And my mother-in-law is great. One of my best friends is great. Where they're just talk to people in line or cashiers, and to the point where I'm like, ugh. But it's like, what am I like? Ugh, that you're being nice to people? No, that's ridiculous. But like when I was waiting in line for Depeche Mode, or at the makeup convention I'm at, so I like to go to all the time. I talk to people all over the place. So I didn't realize how much, if it was a common interest. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And awesome. There were more guys at that show than the last one.
Yes.
There was like 8 guys.
So Kevin ended up going, if you didn't already know. It was a surprise because you were going to go to the Lakers game. Mm-hmm. But then, first Jessica had offered her ticket because, her poor cat isn't doing well. And she had to make that hard decision not to go. But she wasn't able to, like, get through to anybody to transfer the ticket. And it was just, there was, what's her name? The girl.
Elle,
thank you. Elle, who came up to us at Wahlburgers, she had an extra ticket, and so I bought the ticket off her. And then Kevin got to go. So.
To his first Joey Max show.
So, what'd you think?
We covered this already.
No, but as a whole. As a whole, was it a fun night?
Yeah, it was a fun night. I mean,
you meet some new friends.
Well, it's to be in a venue that small with somebody as big as he is I mean,
pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique experience.
And like his backup singers, they were amazing. Mm-hmm. They could belt. They
could wail.
Oh man!
And we saw Brett Gelman.
Oh yeah! Kevin was very excited about that.
Yeah.
He's like,
except I couldn't remember his name.
I don't want to be like
one
of those people that thinks they see stars in LA, but that's what you said.
Right.
Yeah.
But he goes, but I think that's the guy from that Matthew Perry show we used to watch. And Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He's the conspiracy guy.
Yeah, and Another Period, which is hilarious on Comedy Central. Brett Gelman. He was in line for the Joe Mac VIP, thinking it was the line for the door. So that's when I saw him, and I'm like, they're standing in line, and then so I went up to him, and I was like, the door's over here. This is a meet and greet. He's like, oh, how do we get in? I was like, right over here, and opened the door. I was like, right over here, Mr. Gelman. And he kind of laughed. I was like, yes.
That's funny.
And then my buddy Graham Elwood was there, and
I got to meet him. He's very nice.
Yeah.
Shook his hand.
He's doing, he said he's driving around like 3 days a week because he's directing a comedy show on the First Nations network where he has like different big comedians and like Native and Indigenous, like and Native American comedians because they've never really done stand-up. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So like they're filming it out in San Bernardino at Valley College, and so he's going back and forth, which is an hour east on one of the most heinous freeways out here. So I was like, he's like, oh, it's so busy. I'm like, it's great though, right? He's like, wouldn't have it any other way. So awesome. Yeah, but he came because he's buddies with Mr. McIntyre. But yeah, I just think as a whole it was a great show. The songs were fantastic. The energy was fantastic.
Yep, and we just being able to hang out with everyone. I mean, that itself. Hey, Kevin and I saw this exhibit, the King Tut exhibit.
Yeah, you did?
Yes, it was amazing.
So the California Science Center, it's free to get in. Some of these exhibits, like there's like a $5 or $10 charge or whatever to see like that. But I love the Science Center.
Yeah, this exhibit here is amazing.
They have a lot of stuff that travels with it.
Well, yes. and he's there. King Tut is there. Was at the exhibit.
Maybe we'll have to go.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the tomb or what that
all
was.
The sarcophagus.
I was like, don't do anything. Don't do anything bad.
Get the curse.
No. And Britain went with us.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Maybe not though. I can't remember anyway.
There's a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
So
I'm so glad you guys came. I'm so glad you were like, 90%, 10%.
Yeah. I can't remember what put me over the top. There was something. There was like one thing. Well, pretty much when Kevin was like, I'll go. I'm like, oh, there we go. Sold. But I was actually, because I was going to buy the ticket just for myself.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. There was something, Kristine, that you said to me. And then I was like, all right, 101. I'm over the top.
I don't remember what that was.
Was it maybe the size of the place?
No.
Was it it was before the show, though.
Yeah.
Before the first show.
Yeah.
Because she was able to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was. Because it was after the whole thing with him, with us, like, asking questions on his podcast.
Well, maybe it was about you need to go and experience it, so when you're interviewing him, you can talk about it from your own experience.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would have put me over the top right there, yes. Well, I have so many more questions. That's what I'm going to use my flying time today to kind of like go over different things and think about, because I started getting questions in my head while I was watching him perform.
Yeah.
Primarily just, I mean, he talks about some of the influences that he had. Like, he talks about liking Madonna. But I want to ask some more personal questions, and I won't say, like, because that's a surprise.
Well, the thing, too, is I know he's talked about, given the age of his parents, the kind of music he grew up listening to.
Right.
You know?
Which was, I'm sure, very different than what, like, we listened to.
Yeah. And I'm sure that even with his, because, you know, he's just a little bit older than us.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just a little, not much.
A little bit. Even within his friends growing up, I'm sure his folks were, like, a generation older than everyone else's parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since he's the baby, right?
Yeah. So, if I didn't see you at the show, and I didn't say anything, I apologize. I was trying to, like, look at people, and sometimes I'd be like, oh, I think I know who that is. But...
that face looks familiar.
Right.
But that's what we did when we found Christina Meyer, because we were like, I wonder if the group is here, and I looked over, and I was like, her!
Yes.
And she pointed at me, and I was like, Christina! She's like, yeah! So I went over, and she was saying how she flew in from Wisconsin, and the weather was terrible, and she almost missed her connecting flight and didn't make it.
That's nerve-wracking.
That'd be the worst if you're halfway here, and then the flight to get you here, something happens.
Right. I was a little concerned, but it was so weird. This is the first time I've traveled stress-free. There was no stress. None. Zero. No stress. I have no stress. Do you have stress? No. I have zero stress.
You guys got almost no sleep, but...
No, we didn't. But it was crazy. I was starting to feel a little weird when we got back to the hotel. I mean, obviously you guys could tell that. Like, I was feeling just, like, out of my element. And then I was really swollen. So, because, like, sitting for 6 hours.
Yep.
I was trying to move my feet as much as possible, but this is some cramped quarters. But I will recommend JetBlue. I will fly JetBlue now, anytime.
Pretty nice.
Yes. It is amazing. So
are you guys flying back to Boston and then driving? You don't have any layovers. You're just going from LAX to Boston.
We get into Boston at midnight, and then we're going to drive home.
Ooh. So. Late night again.
Yeah.
Just to be able to be home, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's like, I get a hotel or just be in our home.
Right, because we were going to stay, but then it's like, by the time we stay, we'll get up and we'll get home tomorrow night, and I've got to record and he's got to work, so it'd be better just to get home around like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, take our time, and
so even when there's no traffic, it'll take 4 hours to get from Boston to Bangor?
Yeah, it's just because, like, especially with the airport, actually, we've been taking another route home from the airport, different than what we used to take.
Yeah, there's a shot with no traffic.
You can do like 3.5. Yeah.
Go on like 80?
Yeah.
Well, once you get into Maine, the speed limit is 70.
Okay.
Which makes it nice.
And actually, if you go north of Bangor, it goes to like 75 or something like that.
Right. Which is kind of cool.
And then you just be home.
Yeah.
You won't have to, like, do all that and then still have to go home.
Exactly. And see the kids. I'm sure they don't miss us.
No, Brody said he missed you yesterday.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Of course.
And Bryn was not behaving.
Well.
But she said she cleaned it.
Yeah. But she's just in this, like, I don't know what it is with her.
Preteen.
She just zones everything else out, and she'll just turn the TV on, and that's it. She's gone. Like, she's gone. And you'll be like, Bren, you need to do this. Yeah, in a minute. No, don't tell me yeah in a minute. You're going to get up and do that. You're going to turn the TV off. So, we'll nip that.
Let me see. What grade is she in?
6th.
6th grade. Is that middle school or is it still elementary school?
It's middle school.
I think 6th grade should be elementary school.
Yes.
Because then you get one more year of being a kid.
Right.
With all those other terrible 7th and 8th graders.
Yes.
Being terrible.
That was like my grow up year. because I mean, especially like playing sports with somebody who's in 8th grade, that's a big difference.
Yeah, that could be like a 14 and a half year old.
I learned a lot about a lot. And I mean, 5th grade for me was a changing year. I mean, let's see, how old was I? What, 11?
Yeah.
And that was like my biggest New Kids on the Block year.
5th grade?
Yes, that I loved. Like, I was like over the top. Over the top.
You know what? Was that the year they did the pay-per-view concert?
I believe so.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that was
Gold
my
LeMay?
seventh grade.
Gold LeMay?
It would be 91.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was in December around my birthday when it was on pay-per-view. And so we never went to a concert, but my mom's like, I'll get the pay-per-view for you guys. You guys have a sleepover. So I think 4 or 5, maybe even not 6, maybe 5 of my friends stayed over my house. And so we put it on the TV. We put it on the TV, and we were sitting there watching it. My mom is not a quiet person, and she wants us to have fun and do all the stuff she never had to do when she was growing up.
Yeah.
So all of us little girls are sitting watching the New Kids concert, and she goes, "Why are you guys so quiet? If you guys were at the concert, you'd be screaming it loud. Scream, get loud." And so for the entirety of the concert, all of us were sitting in my living room screaming at the TV at the top of our lungs like we were at the concert.
That's amazing.
My brother's probably like, "Oh my God," but like, we had so much fun.
I'm trying to think of which pay-per-view was that. Was that the Donnie Kiss pay-per-view?
I just remember Joe was in gold, and Jordan had that nice, like, not business suit, but like that kind of blazer thing.
Yes.
The big hair.
Yep.
Wasn't that the one filmed in Rhode Island?
I don't know. I just know Donnie had an open shirt.
If it was, then that was the Donnie Kiss.
No,
Yeah.
Donnie had no shirt, and he had like a jacket on with like suspenders and like a bandana.
Yes.
And Joe did the gold lame with the love pants.
Yes.
And the
Who's
white shirt and the vest.
That, like, whole line was, like, very popular. Or the person who made those, like, they did jackets and stuff.
Mm.
The love pants.
I wanted those love pants so much. See, I want my own love pants.
The pants he was wearing last night were pretty cool, too.
They were like, me and Kristine were talking about how they were strangely tight. Like, they were loose on top, but then, like, tight through, like, the knee down.
Yeah.
Oh, Rod? Like, Jenny, you know, Rod?
Yeah.
He asked if he was wearing Spanx. You'd like Rod, Kev. You guys get along.
He seems like he'd be funny.
Yeah.
No, he didn't look like he had Spanx. I mean, it looked like that, like the material. He wore a different Equality shirt than what we saw him wear at the first show we went to.
Well, I was going to ask, because you said he's wearing the Equality shirt, and I was like, I don't think I've seen this one.
Yeah. Well, he wore a different Equality shirt on the March 7th show we went to.
Oh.
But it looked like that was like a sports material. It had like a little tag on the bottom, but those pants were funny because I'm like, are they jeans? Oh, they aren't jeans. But they're stretchy, but they're tight, but they're loose.
And he wore sunglasses.
I'm glad he took them off though. He didn't wear it for the whole show.
Yeah. I was like, no, don't put sunglasses on.
He came out with sunglasses in the other show too.
So does he wear contacts, you think?
Does he wear glasses?
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures of him in glasses.
Oh, probably contacts. But I do like how he said, you know, I found these glasses, I don't know where I got them, but hey, everything's fluid. If you like it, wear it. Yes, Joe McIntyre. Those might be women's glasses, and I appreciate you.
That's right.
It's all fine. You like it, wear it. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, no kidding.
Appreciate that.
There's something I was going to say about 1990, 5th grade. 1991. Oh, well, we did that story on the girl. I don't know if I just said that, but she wrote in, and she was the Donnie Kiss.
Yep, I remember that one.
Like, whoa.
Oh, my God. I wish I was that girl, because it was a kiss. Donnie Wahlberg, you know what you did.
Yeah, I mean, they were young, they were single.
Yeah.
They were the
Ready to mingle?
biggest band in the world.
Man, that concert was truly a performance.
That stage was really big. There was a lot to it.
I don't think that, and I mean, maybe it's just because I was so, like, my blinder, like, it was like, I had television for New Kids on the Block, but I don't feel like other people did performances like that. It was, like, almost like it was a show. Like, you were going to see, like, a play, or...
Well, the other thing, too, is now it's real common for, like, Katy Perry or Pink to have, like, a huge stage setup and huge fireworks. Like that's the way concerts are done now. Lady Gaga, you know, just big. But I don't know, unless you were a band like the New Kids on the Block in 1991, if anybody was touring like that. Like maybe Rolling Stone?
Maybe. It's hard to say, because that was the first concert for so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We don't have a lot to compare it to before that.
Actually, scratch it. I've been to a lot of concerts before that. It was just them dancing and singing. Like when we saw Stacey Q and Jermaine Stewart and the Jets, they had like some like lighting and like background, but not any big stage.
Not like a magic show. Remember the magic show? They did the big cards.
Yeah, nothing like that.
They put these cards up, like these. I might be. Yeah, this is New Kids on the Block.
It is. That was the Magic Summer Tour.
Yeah, they put the cards up, and then Donnie got in the thing, and then he disappeared, and then he did the Jamaican song.
Stay With Me, Baby?
Yes.
AKA my least favorite New Kids on the Block
least
song.
favorite. Least. No offense. No offense. If that's your favorite song.
I'm glad it's your favorite song.
You know what? I'm glad. That least favorite song right there.
No. My Always Skip. Always Skip.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe he's saying, I can remember.
I keep remembering when?
Yes. Has he sang that before?
Yeah, he sang the last time, yeah.
Oh my word.
Sounded so good though.
What was the other song he sang? And I'm thinking, wow. I cannot believe I'm listening to him sing this song.
Be My Girl?
Yes. Yes.
It's like, man, I know you don't like it when I call you man. You can call me man. I say man all the time, and dude. I call more straight women dude than I think I call actual guys.
Yes. I wish that we could purchase a copy of the show.
You know why we can't? Copywriting.
Oh yeah.
You can't sell songs like that without the legal mumbo jumbo.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Like he'd have to pay a royalty to George Michael and Elton John
But he doesn't have to if it's just a regular show.
Elvis, that country song I didn't know the name to. U2. Unless he only did like his hits.
Yeah.
Are you taking me on the 405? Oh, let me see. Yes. But yeah, so much fun. I'm so glad you guys came.
Me too.
All the way from Maine and Oregon. I'm so glad you came.
It just fuels the want for more shows and more get together just with the ladies.
Right, because I'm like, okay, I can't wait till October. I can't.
Yeah.
Like I need to have something before that.
We need something in between.
Right.
Which, who knows, with the teaser that they put out.
Right.
That you haven't seen yet.
Right.
It feels like there's going to be something, that they will do something as a group between now and the cruise.
Well, my speculation is that they're going to announce, like, maybe they might do a small world tour.
Hey.
That's my complete no fact having guess.
That's a very good guess.
Because, we're going to tour again next summer. Well, like, yeah, we expect it because you do it every other year, so yeah, that makes sense you would be touring next summer, but like what's all the secret hype going on?
Yeah. I'm all about that.
I know all the people in the UK and Australia would be very happy.
Yes.
If that was a fact.
Especially, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't just say especially Australia, but we've come to know quite a few people from Australia that they've only been there once, right?
I think so.
Starting route to In-N-Out Burger.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Well, there were women from Australia who flew in for this show.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And there's somebody from Australia that's thinking about flying to Alaska.
Wow.
Holy moly.
That's a trip. But hey, that's like a bucket list trip right there.
That's a lot of hours in the sky.
It is. But if you make a trip out of it, right? Like if it's a bucket list item to go to Alaska, you just make a trip.
Well, that's like us going to Australia.
I would like to do that.
That's on my bucket list.
That's on ours too. It's just, it would take us 2 days to get there.
And the cost of all the people you're trying to get to Australia.
Right.
Like, it's not impossible, but it's definitely a to-do.
Oh, well, we are almost at In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
And then Kristine and I shall get on our planes.
And we're leaving Kevin.
Oh, whoops, and Kevin. Sorry.
He's gonna go hang out with Danny Trejo.
Oh, yeah, they became fast friends.
Yeah, we all take pictures. We go back and sit down, and I look, and I was like, "What are they doing?" And then because you two were talking to him,
Yeah.
when all of us sat down, so I started taking video, and it's like, "Oh, he's talking to them about Maine." I was like, "What?"
Well, like when we were trying to take a picture, he just kept talking to me and he kept rubbing my hand. And he was so sweet. And he was like, Maine. Oh, Maine. And I was so like starstruck. I don't really know what he said afterwards. I was just like, okay. And then his friend, that lady friend that he was with, was like, oh, Maine. I love Maine. You know, and she was talking all about, but it was Portsmouth, New Hampshire, actually, right? Or, right.
They were going to a wedding in Portsmouth, but they stayed in Maine. And...
Yeah. And they loved it. Was Danny staying in Maine too?
I think they were.
He said that he had been to Maine once for a convention.
Yeah.
I should have asked him what kind of convention it was.
A machete convention.
But again, here's the thing. I need to be ready for these things.
Well, we weren't expecting Danny Trejo to walk into his own restaurant.
Exactly.
10:30 on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. He's like, oh, make sure you guys go see Rampage. Great movie. I just came from the premiere. Like, okay.
We're like, what?
You just went to the premiere of Rampage? Are you hanging out with The Rock? And then,
Wow.
like, you know what I want to eat? My food.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. But that restaurant was, it was very good.
That tortilla soup was really good.
Even just like a cheese quesadilla. I've never had a cheese quesadilla like that.
It was some good. It was the cheese. It was a good cheese.
Oh, it's great.
But yeah, what a great trip. I'm so glad you guys came, even though it was just for a night. Your second time just coming for a night, Kristine.
Yep.
And we did it up like Cam said to you. What did he say? What were the words that he used?
He's like, I think it was something like, oh, you're knocking it out of the park.
Yes.
With the Hollywood experience.
So insane. All right. Well, it's been real. Oh,
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
It's been real, and we're gonna cut this. We get a whole episode here.
Yeah, pretty much, almost.
I'm not gonna even edit it. I'm just gonna be like, here you go. Here's the episode. So, Brooke and I might get on a little bit, but all right. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad that we got to spend time with each other, and
yes,
I hope that we get to see each other again before October.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.